Hi, my name is Ryan Bitar, and today we're going to be discussing the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, better known as the SOX Act. Now, for those of you that are not in the accounting world, you may be sitting there asking yourself, what is the SOX Act? Now, in complete layman's terms, what the SOX Act is financial reporting reform. Before 2002, the SEC had code that was out there for auditors, and what auditors are basically accountants that come in to these publicly traded companies and have to report their financial statements, test for materiality, test for any fraudulent activities, and make sure that controls that are in place are accurately being done in order to effectively operate the company. So what the SOX Act was financial reform because there was a lot of gray areas in the SEC code that left auditors baffled at times, as well as these publicly traded companies with the incentive to manipulate that code to falsely report financial documentation. Now, over the course of this presentation, what I want you to know is my one key takeaway. The key takeaway that you have to remember after this presentation is that the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 was 100% needed in order to make sure millions of investors wouldn't lose millions of dollars like those that invested in the Enron. Now, the next question would be well, what happened to Enron? Enron is a company that filed for bankruptcy in early December of 2001, just a few months after 9/11. Now, these are two major tragedies that happened in the course of just a few months. What led to this massive corporation filing for bankruptcy was its partnership that it had with Arthur Andersen, which was considered one of the big five accounting firms at that time. Arthur Andersen was able to successfully hide billions of dollars, not only from Enron and the people that the board of directors didn't want to know about, but also the government and their thousands of investors that had millions of dollars at stake. Due to this, it finally came crashing down in their face until Enron had to file for bankruptcy in early December of 2001. I apologize, but also Arthur Andersen had to go out of business, thus causing the Big Five to go to the Big Four. And those that were left were Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, and Deloitte. Here's why the SOX Act of 2002 was so beneficiary to the accounting world. First, the entire accounting world was able to benefit from this in terms of revenue. Small firms, medium-sized firms, and large firms such as the Big Four were all able to see a large increase in their revenues year over year. Now, large firms did benefit more because they had the proper economies of scale in place. Secondly, auditors now had in black and white clear instructions and guidance in order how they had to perform their jobs. There was no more going to your senior, going to your manager, or going to the partner level to get clarification on what needed to be done. Yes, there are going to be instances where an auditor may come across something they've never seen before and ask for help. But the verbiage that's in the code now, because of the SOX Act, has revolutionized the way financial reporting is done because it's accurate, it's clear, and it's concise. The PCAOB will randomly select anywhere from 40 to 60 companies each year to ensure that as auditors, we are accurately doing our job in accordance to the SEC code and SOX primarily. I appreciate you taking your time to listen to this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation on the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. Thank you.